All right, Jesse on Fire, welcome back to the channel. Now, this is a serious video. That's why I have my serious face on. It's like a public service announcement to the whole world. Everyone needs to stop talking trash about Joshua Fabia. You don't understand how dangerous he is, but I do now. I do. I didn't realize who he really was. But now I've validated what my hypothesis was. And I'm afraid. And thus, everyone else should be afraid. You do not want to get on this guy's bad side. Don't think of him as Joshua Fabia. Joshua Fabia is a new person invented in the last 7-8 years. Prior to 7-8 years, Joshua Fabia was the king. The king of something that I will show you guys right now. Now, first, I want to take you on a journey of how I came to this realization. So the first thing happened when I watched this video again. Remember this? He's chasing them around with a knife. Chasing an entire team around with a knife. And look at how afraid of them. Afraid of him they are. This is not a person who's never chased a person with a knife before. He obviously has experience chasing down people with knives, right? Look at how terrified they are. And look at the glee on his face. It's almost as if it's bringing back memories of something that he enjoyed doing, right? Then I saw this video right here. I don't really know what he's doing. I'm not sure exactly what this was supposed to be, but what I saw was a face. And once I saw the hair like that, first time I had seen him without a shaved head, where he had hair, I went, wait a minute. I know who this is. I know exactly who this is. And if I'm right, I've been making videos about one of the most terrifying individuals of the modern world.
Tomorrow is the day of retribution.
Is this the latest face of evil in America?
You forced me to suffer all my life, and now I'll make you all suffer.
An angry and psychologically twisted young man whose public rantings exploded into sheer terror in a quiet California community.
Shots fired.
Taking 6 young lives and injuring 13. 22-year-old Elliot Rodger, the son of Hollywood privilege, but sexually frustrated. A virgin vowing revenge in a twisted video he posted Friday addressed at his perceived enemies.
Now, if you don't know who that is, let me school you to the game. That's Elliot Rodgers. He's the king of the incels. Of all incels in the history of America, he's the king. He was a very sexually frustrated gentleman in Santa Barbara who went on a killing spree. First, he stabbed his 3 roommates, and then he went on a mass shooting spree in Santa Barbara. And then clearly faked his death and then came back as Joshua Fabia. Because how quick did he jump right back into the incel game, you know? Well, if you can't have him, I'll take photographs of him without him knowing and I'll put him on OnlyFans. Same behavior all over again. So, I can't do this. This is obviously a joke, okay? If anybody knows anybody who got clipped in that thing, I apologize. And also, Joshua Fabia definitely is not Elliot Rodgers, but I still thought it was funny. Yeah, what we're actually going to do in this video is I'm going to read some negative comments because it sounds fun. I like it. So let me just preface this like this. Lots of people keep going, dude, don't give shine to the trolls and the haters. I mean, I know, but it's fun, man. Like, what I realized doing this is like when I was younger, I kind of trolled. Like, it was a long time ago, but I used to like get in intentional arguments like in chat rooms. I just like doing it. You know, like, and I was not some basement dweller. I was in my fraternity house, you know, like I was like, had a bunch of people. He's like, oh yeah, hey, what time is everybody coming over? And like 2. I'm like, all right, cool. I got an hour to kill. I already went to the gym. What am I going to do with myself? I got an hour. I'm bored, right? I'll go get some arguments online. So it's just a thing I like to do, right? And I apparently have matured 0 since I was living in a fraternity house in squalor, arguing with people online. But I think it's fun. So if you don't like it, turn the video off. But if you do, then, whatever. For the record, I intentionally screenshotted these a week ago and then have not looked at them because I wanted to forget them. I don't want to remember. Like, I wanted this to be like I'm reading them for the first time right now, which is what this will be. So anyway, again, that was satire about Joshua Fabia. So if anybody wants to sue me saying that I said that he was a mass shooter, I just said it's satire. It's a joke. Jesus, stop being so serious. Fucking crybabies. All right, so here we go. Oren Livnot. If there's one thing I've learned from this whole Fabia saga, it's that this dude Jesse is extremely fixated on his sexuality. Well, I mean, I think I would say I'm more fixated on the size of him as a human being, you know? Like, as an example, the reason why I first started looking into his background is because I wanted to understand, where does this guy come from? When did he know he was a guru? Did he float out of the womb? Was he a little tiny baby floating above the hand of the doctor? And they're like, it's a golden child. A tiny one, but a golden child. This person is going to solve every problem and sit at the head of every table. Let's let him float off to his little baby basket and grow into a tiny man. What? All right. Heyoka. Not sure what bothers me more, Fabia's training videos or your interpretation of them. The closet is closest when you are trapped inside and rely on green screens for a semblance of escape. Oh, another one of those, huh? Another one of those. Jesse's in the closet. Jesse's in the closet. Jesse's in the closet. I'm not in the closet. I'm telling you directly. I am gay. Full-blown homosexual. Not bisexual, full-blown homosexual. So, yeah. Look at that. How does that insult work when I'll just own it? I am. And Joshua is my little pet project. I'm just trying to get his attention. You ever seen like those shows where people go to bars and they teach people how to hit on girls? And then like sometimes they're all, you want to neg them, you know, be like, I don't know. I think that dress would look better on someone who was a little bit skinnier, you know? That's what I'm doing to Josh. He's so little. He's like, I want to show that guy how big I am. I'm like, show me, Josh. Show me how big you are, little guy. All right, so let's go to the next one. Derek, Fabian is just light years ahead of the MMA community. He is doing things only truly enlightened people can understand. Shut this channel down quick, full of hatred. I don't think anyone can even comprehend what he's doing. I think that they look at Josh, his training methods are so advanced that they look like, a middle schooler came up with them. But that's because they're so advanced. You know, walk around on ball gags, right? Get blindfolded and get kicked in the head. I mean, it's obviously too high level for regular people to understand. That's how I know, obviously. Isaiah Rosser, I wonder if he ever shuts up or does he have to force terrible jokes about Fabia being gay over and over and over and over. Quote, oh, new clip, it would be funny if I mocked Fabia and said something gay. Or does he think he needs to explain how ridiculous every clip is? Well, I don't know. Given the context of this video, I just actually said he's not gay now. Although, well, no, I did say he's gay. But I also said he's the king of the incels who's mad at girls. So I don't know. I can't really pick. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just all over the place. But thank you for your comment, Isaiah. This topic's dead. This video is just dumb as the training. You should fight Fabia and I bet he beats your ass. I hope so. In case you weren't listening, that's kind of what I'm after. I want him to beat my ass. Something mean. All right. Primitive Organism. This guy, he had a lot to say the other day. Like, it was actually kind of like, dude, get something to do, man. I know you want to get on the negative comments video, but like, don't you have a hobby? All right. LOL. Then you shouldn't be here. Not even sure why this dude keeps coming up in my feed. I've literally asked YouTube to stop recommending it, and I still get this garbage. Oh, I remember why I included this one. Because this is the one where I can actually go, oh, okay, here, let me give you a serious answer. You fucking idiot. Okay? What do you think that it says to YouTube when you comment on my videos? Right? What do you think the algorithm is measuring? Okay? What do you think the algorithm is measuring? Interest, engagement. If someone actually comments on a video, there is nothing you could do to more say to YouTube, I like or I am engaged with this content. Whether you hate it or like it, it doesn't matter. All YouTube wants is your attention, okay? In case you haven't been watching the movie that is 2020, 2021, people are more driven by fear and anger than they are by any other thing, okay? So if you say, I hate this thing, I hate it, and I'm gonna comment about how much I hate it, YouTube's like, all right, well, here you go, here's some more, here's more, comment more. So the answer to why YouTube keeps showing you the content is because you're a fucking retard. A retard. Okay? If you don't want to see it, don't comment. But I think you do want to see it. I think you like being on my motherfucking negative comments videos. Primitive organism. Next one. Wooster, can we get a video of someone else doing the talking besides you? I just included that one because I thought that was really funny. That was a good one. That was actually a really good one, Wooster. Well played. All right, Tom Card. Make sure you snort enough coke before the next one. You'll need all that extra energy for the video. Red face, speaking 1,000 words a minute and gesturing like you're having a damn seizure. You know what's hilarious about that, Tom Card? First of all, I hate cocaine. You could put me in a bathtub of it and I wouldn't do any of it. But what's really funny is I'm not inexperienced with uppers. I mean, this might shock you, but I've been diagnosed with ADD. Can you believe that? You know, generally people who are super quick-witted and clever like me, ADD, generally. That's what makes us so funny, because our brain jumps around to all these different things and we make connections that are like, but then when you're like, hey, can you sit down and do this research paper on, the history of the naval battleship development? And you're like, what do you want me to do about that? They're all, well, here's all the material. Just go read it all, organize it into digestible format, and then write this research paper out and then deliver it. And you're like, wait, whoa. That sounded like you just asked me to do one thing for a long period of time and focus just on one thing for a long period of time. That's not my bag, man. I am not good at that, okay? That's not something I'm good at, all right? If you want me to tell you a story about somebody who's building a battleship and then tangent into his wife's story and then flip it all the way around and then make you laugh throughout the whole thing, that I got. But don't make me do a fucking research paper, man. And the reason why I bring this up is because when I take uppers, which I do from time to time when I play golf, generally, I'll take an Adderall when I play golf because it makes me play really well and it's really fun. If I do a video after that, they're not as good. And so the ones that you're talking about where I'm flailing around, that's just me, bro. That's just me. All right, eclectic sound. Dude, don't give scumbags shine. Just do MMA gossip in your own way and make fun of fighters or people affiliated, just like you've been doing with Joshua Fabia. That's my opinion at least, or do what gives you views. I have no idea why I screenshotted this. Maybe I was gonna say, thank you, dude. But I do like giving them shine because I think it's funny. This one, oh yes. Corduroy. Bro, we are pretty sick of hearing you tell us how funny you are and what you're really good at. Just deliver content, my man. Maybe cut your videos to like 10 minutes. It's really distasteful to hear you go on and on about negative comments, especially when you read them aloud and half of them are just observational statements. My man is starting to sound like a masculine version of Fabia with all the defensive talk. Did he just call me masculine? Thanks, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm just going to ignore the rest of it because for every one of the people who are like, don't do negative comments, there are 30 who say do negative comments. And for everyone who's like, make the video shorter, there's 50 who are like, make them longer. So you're outvoted. I apologize, but I wanted to give you your shine because you called me masculine. So I wasn't going to miss the chance to say I'm masculine because you said it. Like you said, I like talking positively about myself. You see, look at that. That's called the glass is half full. Guy runs his mouth for like 5 sentences and all I pulled out of it was, did he say I was masculine? That's why I have such a optimistic demeanor. Oh, speaking of which, if you guys have made it this far, let me tell you about a little something that happened. I went on Mexican martial arts channel last night, awesome channel, hilarious. And he was doing a live stream and I super chatted him and he was like, Jesse, I'm fired. Get the fuck out of here. He didn't even believe it was me. And he was like, it's an honor, man. I was like, dude. First of all, you have like 10 times as many subscribers as I do. Almost. That's actually like a legit. I think it's like 8 times as many as me. And he's funnier than me. I couldn't believe what he said. Maybe him and me do something together since we're both named Jesse. I don't know. All right, Jehovah Witness ripped me off. Bro, you are a tryhard. Your videos make me feel like you suck at editing, but you repeat yourself a lot. And you calling out Fabia only made me wonder about your inner desires. Put that on your channel and smoke it. Okay, guy. I don't understand why people say things like this. Like, I'm telling you what my inner desires are. I want to fight and make love to Joshua Fabia. That's what I want, okay? So all this innuendo you guys are putting in the comments, you don't need the innuendo. I'm telling you. I want to take that little guy. I want to wrap him in a little blanket. I want to bring him downstairs to my wife and kids and go, I'm going to need a few hours. I need you guys to never ask a question about what happened in that room. He's of age. He's like 30 years old. don't let the size of this little baby bonnet fool you, okay? He's well above the age of consent. Well above the age of consent. So, let's go. Oh, that's it. Look at that. That's it. That's it. So, anyway, I don't know if this video is going to be good, but I don't know. It doesn't feel that good. Like, this video does not feel good. So if you guys thought this was funny, this is like my Z game. Like, this is my Z game. But my wife generally, like, when I think I'm not funny is when my wife laughs at my jokes. Shit that I know is funny, she doesn't laugh. I don't know. She thinks my Z game's funny, so maybe some of you guys will think it's funny. I don't think this video is probably very good. But, I mean, maybe so not good that I won't even post it. But usually, they're all good enough to post because, you know, I would have to actively try to fuck a video up for it not to be good enough to post. Let's be honest. Anyway, if you like the content, subscribe and ring the bell. Peace in the Middle East.